We are here in the Scottish Pavilion in Venice. The heading of the event today is Earth, Story, Time, three sort of themes that kind of run across all of the different projects. Then we're also going to go on a journey around, moving to the Irish Pavilion, and then going on to the Australian Pavilion in the Giardini.
Fragile Correspondence basically explores language, land and climate emergency through three different locations across the country in the highlands, islands and the lowlands.
I think the narrative of a building needs to change in its way of time, how it decays, how it ages.
Scotland was fully involved in the British Empire with regards to the connections to Australia and laterally in Ireland. And I think it's interesting to try and then think about how we remap and rethink about how we kind of talk to that earth now.
Hy-Brasil is a mythical island off the west coast of Ireland. People for centuries talked about it, that they could see it in the mists as they looked out to the Atlantic. And it was even mapped. We chose that in order to into our installation and to think about the laboratory of the future in Ireland and decarbonisation in terms of deep future time.
One of the important things we have to do today is to find another language, another way of talking about our place in the world. I think we need to acknowledge that we've, in a very, very short period of time, we've done an awful lot of damage, some of it unrecoverable. And even in our present, it's not sustainable and certainly not into the future. And very rapidly, we're beginning to experience the consequences of the mistakes that we've made.
Our exhibition was called Unsettling Queenstown. Together we thought about really taking this idea of decolonisation head on and understanding what architects and academics in teaching architecture are thinking about how they can decolonise their practice.
I feel that the kind of being receptive and listening rather than putting our own way onto things is the thread for me that I got out of today.
Finding those intersections between the language of, say, the profession, the discipline, and these other kind of like place-based, localized, indigenous ways of knowing and ways of registering a relationship to land or to place or to site. I think that's where the new knowledge is being generated. The new possibilities of architectural intelligence could be formed.